it's a new day in Laem Mae Phim, and we're getting a break in the weather. I actually had some work to do on the computer this morning, so we got out a little bit late. But when I checked, it was nice. It looked like a nice day. Now we've gotten out. We're going to have a little lunch. It's already rained a little bit. Hopefully it'll hold off long enough where we can go out and get some prices and things like that. I have a lot of stuff that I need to do to show you all. But we're going to grab a little bite to eat. We're at Linda Isan restaurant, and this is a real Isan restaurant, I can tell you that, because they have very few things I can eat. But we've ordered up an omelet. I think it's got a little bit of vegetables or something. It looks like some onions and some herbs and stuff in there. That's 40 baht. We've got, I'm sure you've heard of samtam. Samtam is papaya salad. What you might not know, now I always get samtam Thai, which means it doesn't have the fermented crab and it doesn't have the para, which is the fermented fish, stinky fish in it. I just think it's healthier to eat without that stuff in there. And so, but what you might not realize is they also have samtam made with carrots, samtam karat, they call it, samtam tangwa, which is samtam made with cucumber. So we're going to get some samtam made with cucumber, which is really good. You ought to try some of these varieties of the samtam salad. It's very good. So, and thank you. And this is lap with chicken. Lap means minced up chicken with the sauce and stuff. We make this at home. In fact, I made the recipe for our members. For our membership site, showed them how to make that real easy. This is 60 baht, 40 baht for the omelet. And then the samtam made with cucumber is 40 baht. So that's our meal. Got to have our obligatory sticky rice. This is usually 10 baht, 10 baht, usually about 10 baht, but we're at the beach, could be more. And they also give you some raw vegetables, some basil, some cabbage, some green beans, and some cucumber. And I have to bring the cucumber over here because if Nat sees cucumber, it'll disappear quickly. It's one of her, I think it is her favorite vegetable, actually. So there you go. This is, and the ant. We got a free ant on the table. He doesn't eat that much, so we'll let him be. Now in Isan, he needs to be careful because in Isan they actually eat the eggs of the red ant, mix them up with an omelet with eggs, and make an omelet with or scrambled eggs with red ant eggs, and they eat the ants as well. So there you go. There's our Isan food. We're going to go ahead and have some lunch. Then we're going to go out and get you some prices. I want to see about. It was interesting. Well, I'll tell you when I talk about it, but we're going to get a price on transportation. I'm going to show you about shopping options at the beach here. The beach actually transforms on the weekends, so we're going to talk about that as well. I got a few things for you. So we're going to eat, and then we'll be back. Uh-oh, Houston, we have a problem. I might have mentioned to you all that we stopped to get a new battery. And since then, my alarm and unlocking mechanism isn't working with the remote. So I'm not sure the battery's dead in this or there's a problem. But we're going to go ahead and show you how to get something repaired. Now, I haven't seen an alarm shop that installs alarms, and they usually the same shops install alarms and stereos in vehicles. We're going to probably head out of Laem Mae Phim and head towards Glang. How do you say it? Glang? Glang. Head towards Glang, which is about 10-15 minutes away. And I'm sure we'll find a shop along the way, and we'll stop and see if we can get a new battery. See if that solves the problem. If not, I'll have them troubleshoot this thing and find out why it's not unlocking. Let's go. Okay, so we went about 10 minutes, 10 minutes up the road here. And I found a stereo shop, which are the people who install alarms. So let's go see if they can help us out, okay? Let's go. Oh, สวัสดีครับผมคิดแบบไม่ดีเพราะว่าดูนะไม่เปิด
ตรงไปเลยครับตรงไปสัญญาณเนี่ยครับแล้วก็เลี้ยวซ้ายมันจะมีซอยแรกมั้ย
นาฬิกาเหรอ
ครับมีหมดเลยครับนาฬิกาเนี่ยครับทุกเนี่ยครับ
okay so he's saying he doesn't have the battery to go to the watch shop so he told us there's a watch shop
นาฬิการ้านไหนก็มีข้างล่างก็มีถ้าเกิดร้านนาฬิการ้านไหนมีหมดเลยแถวสกลนครพูดก็มี
ไกลไหม
2 กิโลครับ
2 กิโลโอเค
ก็ได้เที่ยวตลาดบ้างครับที่ตลาด
thank you ครับคุณครับAsk him if it's not the battery. Ask him if it's not the battery. Can we come back and he can look? Okay, Kap Kun Kap. He says he's pretty sure it's the battery. So let's go get a battery at the watch shop. Okay, so we made a couple stops asking some people, and we've narrowed it down to the watch shop right here. So let's go see what they can do for us. สวัสดีครับช่วยผมได้ไหมว้าวมีเล็ก Wow look how small this battery is yeah I've never seen a watch battery that small before so the man at the alarm shop or the stereo shop was convinced we asked can we come back if the battery doesn't fix it, and he's convinced, he said, it's the battery, so we'll see. คุณเก่งมากทำนางนี้กี่ปีแล้วทำนาง5 years she's been doing this. Very good. พูดภาษาอังกฤษได้ไหมไม่ได้ละ I asked her can she speak English she said no หมดแล้วเหรอIt's been confirmed the batteries are dead from the meters wow this is good I can't even remember when I replaced the battery in this if I ever did the thing that you keep in mind about this is a great lesson we tend to make associations when something happens in a close proximity of time to something else. We make the connection that one equals the other. And so, because I just changed out the battery, I think she just tested my alarm. Because we just changed out the car battery, and this happened almost exactly the same time, I thought, well, maybe there's some kind of association to that. Maybe they left off a wire or something like that. And so this is what we do as human beings. So you got to be careful about what we make associations. So you got to stay open-minded and flexible, and not have a tendency to do that because it's usually not a good thing until you have the facts to back up. Hey, ดีมาก Well, it's been tested. เท่าไหร่
60 บาท
160ใช่ไหม
ก้อนละ80 บาท
That was almost painless. So you see how fast we got it done, which is usually the case in Thailand. There's not a lot of queues because there's so many independent businesses. There's a barrier to entrance to enter a small business. It's so small here. We have all these small businesses still, where they've been eliminated. In our countries, Western countries, at least in America, the small business is actually almost dead, gone. So that was 160 baht for her to open it up, replace the battery, give me the new battery and everything. So there you go. We're on our way. We'll check it out. We'll test it. But I saw the lights blinking all the way from over here. So let's go confirm this. It's good that when these things happen, I can show you how we deal with them over here. So it should be locked now. Yep, locked. Unlock. Doesn't work. I hear it trying to do this, but it's not doing it. So let's unlock it. Lock. No. Nope. Darn. Well, see, there you go. It didn't solve our problem. Got to go back to our alarm guy. Yeah, he was convinced. I was hoping. No, they're not unlocking. All right, off to the stereo alarm guy that we stopped at the first time. Okay, so we're back on the road again. And the guy took apart the door. Problem was, there's a solenoid switch. The clamp that clamped onto the rod, it was now sliding up and down on the rod instead of grabbing the rod and moving it. So he took the whole door apart, got in there, fixed it, put it all back together. Guess how much money? Guess, come on. How much would it cost in your home country to do that? He charged me 100 baht. That's like less than $3. Incredible, huh? Anyway, we're back on the road. It's sunny out. In fact, it's sunny and humid because of all the rain we've been having. But we're going to go check on some prices and stuff for you. But just wanted to have you come along while we attempted to do this, and so you can see what to expect. There you go. Okay, let's go find some prices. Bye. I don't see anybody here, but before I start to ask, before I go dig up somebody, different cities have different ambiance, and because they take on a certain character. I notice all these foreigners riding around on these motorbikes with these little sidecars with these little chairs, these couches in them. And I thought, well, that's interesting, they all have them. Well, one of the reasons it seems like they all are using these is because they rent them this way, with the sidecar, with the chairs for the families. Even a place to put your stuff that when you shop. You can put it in there and put a lock on it or whatever. Very cool. This is Bella Bike for Rent. We're going to see if this is Bella. I'm going to find out how much it is to rent for the day, and do you have to leave your passport, or can you use a passport copy? So let's see. สวัสดีครับขอโทษครับคุณอาบน้ำเหรอเช่ามอเตอร์ไซค์เหรออันนี้เช่านี้ไหมครับราคาเท่าไหร่วันเดียวเท่าไหร่300ครับอันนี้ให้คัปปี้พาสปอร์ตใช่ไหมใช่ครับให้คัปปี้ได้ไหมได้ครับ Okay, so as you could hear me talking to the guy, I got him out of the shower. He's wrapped up in a towel. But anyway, it's 300 baht per day for this family Griswold mobile. And he says he doesn't actually rent them. Somebody else does down the road, and he wanted me to go down the road. But he said, I asked him, can you use a copy of a passport? And he said yes. So I'm going to have Nat call the number and confirm that if a foreigner rents it, can they offer the copy of the passport as well as 300 baht per day. So anyway, there you go. There's transportation. Now they also have what we call song towels I see going up and down here, but they don't seem to be very regular or plentiful. So we have the vans that travel here between cities. I see them running in and out of town. In fact, there's one right up here. I'll show you if it doesn't take off too quickly, because they move fast. See this white van up there? He just dropped somebody off and he's taken off. Those are running through here, so they'll drop you off if you get them, but those are usually for longer hauls. And I see these blue song towels, which is a pickup truck with there on the other side of the street. There's a song towel, the blue one. They run up and down here, so you'd have to wait for one of those to pass. Here's another one of these motorbikes with a sidecar on there. You'll see them all over. Anyway, so you would get the song towel here. In fact, here's another one. Let me ask these people. But you get the song towel by waiting on the side of the road till it pass and flag them over and have them pick you up, and he would take you probably along the beach. Now here's another sign there that says the bike with the sidecar for rent. And I'm trying to have Nat shoot through the window here so these people don't get intimidated with the camera. Hopefully you can still hear me when I'm talking to these people. สวัสดีครับอันนี้มอเตอร์ไซค์sidecarอันนี้ราคาเท่าไหร่ครับพูดภาษาอังกฤษได้ไหมภาษาอังกฤษได้ค่ะได้เหรอ Okay. How much per day
For which side or single bike
with the sidecar
which side per day 300 baht
300 baht
300 baht for one day each one 1 week 1,500
And 1 เดือน
1 เดือน 6,000
6,000. Okay. 6,000. And for me to rent, what do I have to give you? The money, satang, อะไรอีก
gift cash by cash
Deposit?
before yes
Yeah.
when if you want to rent today you pay today and you take the bike today Frame pay before you
One soup, one sa, one ati มีคนเยอะๆที่นี่ไหม
only long vacation สงกรานต์ day New Year big festival many customers
Siwan, Hawan.
yes and if normal weekend not so much
อันนี้คุณชื่อเนื้อ
Noot
เนื้อ
yes my name is Noot
Okay. Well, ขอบคุณครับ Very good. Thank you so much.
yes welcome and if you interest my bike I can delivery to your apartment or something
ขอบคุณครับ
I have bike 12
12 bike?
size,
Oh, good.
yes and 5 single
And how much is a single without the
Single
car?
is one day is 200 baht
200 baht. Okay. All right.
only you because high season 250 baht
High season 250. Okay. Well, there you go. The bottom line is Nut is she rents a bike. She's got like 12 of these bikes. It's 300 baht for a day, 1,500 for a week, and what did she say? Anyway, she's a really nice lady. So she said you just pay in advance, and you don't have to leave passport. Now she didn't even mention a passport copy. So there you go. Great option for transportation. Let's go find some more stuff for you. So going up and down the road, I saw this sign on this fence that says condo for rent, full furniture with a phone number. Now normally I wouldn't do this kind of thing because it's written in English and it's a very nice place. I'm going to assume that this is going to be expensive. So about 300, 350 would be a great deal if we could, if they would rent for that. But it depends on, again, whether it has a sea view. สวัสดีครับพูดภาษาอังกฤษได้ไหมนิดหน่อยเหรอผมเห็นไซน์คอนโดมีชาวคอนโดใช่ไหมอันนี้ราคาเท่าไรครับ
เป็นปีก็9,000 ค่ะ
9,000 9,000 oh my paying. I'm going to move up and out of the way so this other car can get by. Talk to this lady. She doesn't speak much English. The sign's in English. She doesn't speak much English at all. In fact, I would have to speak to her in Thai. She says the condominium is here at the beach. What we want to know is whether you can see the water. She said, from what I understand, she said it was only 9,000 baht. That's a great deal. Good deal. Well, there you go. We're going to go take a look at the room, the condominium. 1 year, 9,000 baht. It's fully furnished, everything but Wi-Fi. We're going to go take a look at it now. And he says you can see the water too. Pentalay Doi. So I'm excited. And now this is exactly what you would do is if you came, you would be following leads like this. And I'm actually, as I said earlier, I'm sort of shocked that it's inexpensive considering almost everything we found here was more expensive than a lot of places we traveled to. So I was sort of shocked that this is such a great deal. I'm not trying to pitch this condominium or anything like that. What I show you is if you rolled into town just like we have, you would be looking for someplace to stay same as we do. Okay, so we checked out the room. The room was 9,000 baht for 1 month. What was interesting to me was he said when we first met the man that we could actually see the sea. Well, he meant from the building you can see the sea because in the room you can't see this Thailand. So you can't really see it. The room wasn't that big, but it's a great deal for 9,000 baht for here. And another good thing is you don't have to put down a big deposit. You put down 2 months rent, you move right in. Swimming pool on the top of the roof, nobody there. He says that the high season the Scandinavians come, low season there's nobody here, which is really cool. So you'd have the place to yourself, so you could rent it year round. Now we also checked out another place that was 18,000. I'll show you the video where I talk about this. 18,000 for month by month. It was for 6 months, you could get it for $14,000, and if you did it for a whole year, you could get it for $12,000. The room was a little bit nicer. It was more open and airy. One side overlooks a swimming pool, the other side overlooks basically nothing, and you can almost see the sea. So those are the options, some of the options that I've found for you to be able to stay here long term. Now again, I'm doing like you would, just roll into town and start asking around and checking around. So there you go. And be aware that they're cautious, which many places in Thailand, there's no lifeguards, there's no caution about swimming or anything. A lot of people end up dying in Phuket and stuff like that. They actually have warnings here about swimming, and they actually have the flag system in place here too. So for the last 2 days, there's been red flags. That means no swimming, that the currents are dangerous and the waves are high. But this is a really good thing. Now we'll talk about the beach as well, because I like this place because it's so quiet. But is it always quiet? When you talk about Hue An and Cha Am and all these places, even day and weekdays, except for Wednesdays when they clean the beach, there's always chairs and umbrellas. There's no natural beach that you can go to except on Wednesdays, where you can throw a mat down and have a picnic, stuff like that. Well, this was what impressed me about this place. Everybody sits down, has a picnic, everything like that. Well, I've found out now that on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, they put up some umbrellas and chairs, but only 3 days a week. Can I live with that? Sure, I'd be able to live with that. Again, I'm looking for peace and quiet in my retirement. And this is what I look for some people. Now, for some people, Cha Am is too quiet for them. They want to be in Hue An. So this would be a step down from Cha Am as far as quiet and further away where it's harder to get to and stuff like that. There's not as much infrastructure here. Cha Am, I really think that they're going to have a shopping mall there very soon because of the amount of people that come there. And on holidays, it's just crazy, crazy out of control. So we're going to probably be here on the weekend. I'll stick around for the weekend because I want to see how busy it gets on a regular weekend. Now, I have been told that on holidays, long weekends, a lot of people come here. I was also told that high season, a lot of Scandinavians, Norwegians come here, and it gets filled up then as well. But we'll see. But weekdays here for me, in this kind of environment, this ambiance, is really great for me. So we're going to come back on Saturday and see where the umbrellas and chairs have been put up and see how the ambiance changes a little bit. But for me, this is heaven. So as far as shopping, you don't have a lot of choices in Laem Mae Phim. You have this supermarket. It's not very big. It's not very extensive. But you have this, and you have a 7-Eleven on the other end of the beach. So this is your shopping. If you want something more than that, there's a big Lotus department store down in Glang, which is about, 15, 20 minutes from here. So there you go. This is your shopping choice. And I just picked the laundry on the side of the road, and we stopped and asked. It was 5 baht per piece, and if you want them ironed, it's 10 baht per piece. So there you go. We've encountered this before. You know, the cheapest place I've ever found laundry to be done was in Chiang Mai for like 120, 130 baht for a whole kilo of clothes to be washed. That's not a bad price. It's probably, you could do it yourself. They actually have machines here for 20 baht for a small machine, 30 baht for a bigger machine. So you could do your own if you wanted to. But so laundry's average, not a big deal. a lot more fun to have them do it than you. So anyway, I saw a coffee shop with Vietnamese coffee. So we're going to stop, get a little coffee, meet Dana for a little conversation, and that's probably it for today. I want to ask him about a couple things, because immigration office is in Rayong, is the closest one. I want to ask him how long it takes him to get to Rayong. And Rayong also has a real shopping mall, big shopping mall, so you can get all your groceries and everything there if you wanted, something special. Laeng is up the road, 15 minutes or so, and they have a Lotus department store, which is a big department store where you can find just about everything but some of the foreign imported products. Everything else you can find there. It's a department store with a grocery store, dry goods, everything. So there you go. We'll ask them a few questions while we got them having coffee. And that might be it for today. Tomorrow is Friday. And they're already starting to put the chairs up on the beach and cleaning up and putting the chairs up. So we'll see how the ambiance changes on the weekend. So there you go. We're off to get a Vietnamese coffee. Later. Hey, JC here. If you like that video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here. Also, we have another video up here you're going to be really interested in watching as well. And if you're looking for all the details of how to retire in Thailand in one place, plus a group of people to support you, check this out over here. Give it a click.